welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Wait. There we go.
It's a lot better. Dehumidifier was
The dehumidifier was on in the basement. Hello and welcome to the Paul Gubbins Show from the basement. We're live in the basement with my special co-host, Chris Dickens.
Hello.
Seems to be in a really bad mood.
I'm not in bad. I'm just tired. I've had a rough day. I've been washing brick walls, building scaffoldings and washing brick walls with acid. What's that beeping noise? Is that my phone again doing that weird... No?
You hear a beeping noise?
Maybe. I don't know. Can you hear me? Am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay.
We're on. The world can hear you.
Check.
There's
Check.
the world and...
Okay. How many listeners do we have?
Hey, wow.
What?
Somebody...
You got a good one?
Well, we had somebody earlier, but they quit listening
When we came on.
like 7 minutes before we came on. And now we've got somebody listening, and all it says is X audio.
What?
That must be their
That their alias, their internet handle?
well, their their Winamp thing.
Mm.
Their media player. Hello and welcome, Mr. Person, to the Paul Gubbins Show from the basement.
Hello, X Audio.
And what a great show we have tonight.
I don't know why you say that.
We have so many wonderful things lined up tonight on Paul's show,
Do we?
which is me. Oh, you will not believe all the wonderfulness that we
We're
have.
going to do like a random Wikipedia or something?
We could do a random Wikipedia search.
That'd be good, yeah.
Um,
That's what I do in the mornings when I'm having my coffee.
do you?
Yeah. I forget everything, though.
And I hooked up. We can use the bass guitar today.
That's nice.
Yeah, if we decide to grace the world with some of our beautiful music. And
Sounds good.
um,
You know that last song that I played on the last show?
the one,
The one that I play every time?
Yeah.
That we played like 8 times?
Yeah.
The Duralux wants to use that song. They want to make it a Duralux song. Isn't that weird?
that sounds like that guy that sells vacuum cleaners.
What do you mean by that?
Well, that they want to make it a Duralex, like they're a brand name.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
we
That's
want to
true.
make that a Hardee's sandwich. Why can't they just play the song?
Well, that's all I mean.
Okay.
I mean,
Did they say that to you? We want to make your song.
Well, no, they just
They-
said we'd like to record it, without me, basically. Without me being involved.
That's probably best.
Well, only for geographical reasons, I think.
Yeah.
I don't
Why
know.
don't they just have you join Duralex?
Well, because they're moving to Nashville, and I live in
You
Philadelphia.
ever heard of broadband?
It's not that broad yet,
That's true.
They need to make it where you can just walk through. What?
They do.
Oh.
Here's something exciting. Well, never mind.
You decided not to share the exciting thing?
Well, you would not believe what kind of FM reception I get here in this basement.
That's funny, because I can't even get a cell phone call down.
I was gonna click it over, but it would hurt your ears maybe.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I have sensitive ears.
Where's my microphone? I think that this
What?
basement has an acoustic signature. I've discovered by mixing stuff that I've recorded in this basement.
Well, it's all brick,
Yeah.
just enclosed with brick. And it's a small room.
I put these egg crates on the ceiling.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be doing much.
Yeah. So what are we doing here? What's the show?
Okay. We have a lot of exciting things lined up for tonight's show.
Name one.
Well, there's a lot of them. I'm not sure if I could really name them all.
I feel like you're lying.
I feel like I'm lying.
What? You want to hear a thought I had today?
Yes.
This is what I was thinking about today. Well, I was like on some scaffolding, some really high scaffolding. I was really terrified. at one point in the day because I was washing brick walls for my brother's business, and was really high in the air. I was really scared. I started thinking about like phobias from an evolutionary or a natural selection standpoint, and I realized that people with phobias are genetically superior to people without phobias.
I believe that.
Do you understand why? Because if you're scared of heights, you're probably not going to go near cliffs and things. And so it is the people that are scared of heights that tend to survive and pass on their superior genes.
Their phobia.
Their superior phobic genes. So, there's... I don't know what I'm getting at.
I understand completely.
I'm trying to justify being a pansy.
Well, here's something. We were at a garage sale. My lovely wife and I were at a garage sale the other day. And we bought something there, and we got talking to the people, and they were these housewives that were about our age, and they had just been to a seminar, and it was all about using natural cleaning products and natural baby products.
You had just been to a seminar?
No, these people at the garage sale.
Oh, okay.
So they were telling us about these natural baby products and how products like Baby Magic have all these carcinogens in them and everything.
Right.
And just went through the list, and I thought, well, they're the same products that were used on us,
Mm-hmm.
and probably some of the same chemicals that were used on our parents even.
Yeah.
So there's been 2 generations
to
weed out the weak ones.
That's true.
And now you can safely use these products on your children.
Because now we're all genetically, whatever.
Yeah.
What's the word? Vaccinated. What?
Genetically. Well, okay.
I just want to wash all these bricks now.
I've
just been looking at dirty bricks all day and washing them.
These are pretty dirty.
They're really dirty. I really want to bring a bucket of acid down here.
And you would shine them up to it. But they're soft bricks, most of them.
Yeah.
They're not, like you can scratch it with your fingernail.
Yeah, I wish you wouldn't, really.
But they're, they would crack if you used regular mortar on them.
Really?
Yeah. Because they'd be softer than the mortar, you have to use you have to add extra sand to the mortar. Because this house is so old that you can't use regular mortar.
I hear you.
Okay, here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to take a brief break. We're going to put on some music. Chris and I are going to go upstairs and get some coffee.
I need some coffee.
And we're going to come back downstairs, and
I think you should leave the audience with something that we're going to do.
Let me just say this. You will not believe what we are going to do when we get back. You will have never experienced the kind of radio madness that you will soon experience when we get back with our coffee. We would have already started with this bit we're going to do, but I forgot to turn on the coffee maker, and it came to be 9 o'clock, and IP 651-5169238 was sitting there waiting for us, and we have to broadcast. Oh, he just closed.
Oh, no.
As I said that.
Oh.
I wonder if I could just speak the IP addresses and they close. Wonder who that was.
Well, they couldn't have heard it yet.
That's true. Maybe they didn't mean to close, and they're still going. You know, sometimes it closes, but you're still on. Okay.
No, I don't.
Maybe they're going to take a short break, too. Let's see here. I'm going to queue up the old... what's 5, month-wise?
I'm sorry?
January, February, March, April, May. The old May 19th Rock and Roll Patrol band practice. Going to queue up.
What year?
Queue it up. 2000 and something. Digit.
Okay.
And then we're going to... ooh, you need to hit your cough button when you do that.
I'm sorry. I can't even, as usual, I cannot hear myself.
You can't hear yourself.
That's okay. I just kind of forget about coughing and things. I forget that I'm speaking into a microphone.
Can you hear the difference? Talk.
Hello? Check. Check.
Could you hear the difference between those two things?
No. Check. Check. Check.
I don't know what your problem is.
Whatever.
Okay, do it again.
What? Check. Check.
Do you hear the difference?
Yeah,
there?
a little. Just barely.
Maybe you just need to be turned up more.
Okay. Hey, I can hear everyone now.
There's your volume knob over here. For future reference, you're on 3 right now.
Okay.
Kick it up to 4 if you need to. Back it down to 2.
I like having a little bit of control.
Okay. We'll go ahead and get these this practice going. And maybe not dirt heap. A little too much dirt heap.
Probably.
Okay.
First time I saw good set was a trip like rain. Ask her, do you have something, friend? Help me with this. The rock and roll dream. I do commercials for Gap blue jeans, and I lip sync my song on MTV.
Hey, there we are.
Smooth transition.
Nobody is listening to the show. If you're listening to it, pre-recorded show later on, congratulations. Oh, did you get my email earlier? I sent out my email. I said
Yes.
about tonight's show that there was a $10,000 giveaway.
But no.
Whoever was listening at 9:34, nobody's listening. So if you're listening later in the recorded show off the Internet Archive, you missed your $10,000 giveaway chance.
Way to go.
Try again next time. That's the Radio Madness we promised you.
Loser. That is Radio Madness.
Madness. Hey, you know what? Have you ever heard of Lesco? Ask Lesco. Get $10,000 to refinance your window.
No.
Get
Refinance your window.
But he's this guy that advertises about government grants and money and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Ask Lesco. 1-800-ASK-LESCO. It's his commercial.
Okay.
I found his book at a garage sale.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, I bought it. It was $0.25. It's just a directory of people who give grants. So, I mean, it could be useful.
I bet you could get a grant for this show.
Do you think I could?
No. I don't know. Not if they listen to it. Maybe if they thought it was some other show.
Maybe, I don't know, that Berkeley Groks show.
You think they get grants?
Well, they're getting something. They have their own department on the Internet Archive.
That's true.
Why? I should have my own. My show is like 3 times better.
Well,
than
your
their
show is... I was thinking about this today as I was listening to it while I was working. Your show, like any other radio show, goes nowhere. But your show goes there a lot faster than most shows.
Mine starts there.
It gets nowhere really fast. It's almost impressive. You start off with no topics. Most shows at least start off with some topics and run out.
Well, I mean, a lot of shows are jam-packed.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, with stuff.
That's true.
It's cluttered.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't listen every minute,
You've got a tidy show.
I do. And I pick up the studio after every show. I wrap each cable, put away each microphone.
That's crazy. Let's call someone before it gets too late.
Okay, who are we going to call?
Who are we going to call? Who have we wanted to call in the past and been unable to?
What about that person, that girlfriend of yours in New York that we were going to call, but she was going to bed?
Now that you've called her my girlfriend on air.
Well, I meant like a friend that's a girl.
That's good.
I would refer to my wife as being your girlfriend. She's a friend. She's a girl.
Yeah. Okay, let's call Christine.
Is that okay? Is it too late?
It's like 10 o'clock there.
10:15.
It's a school night.
So you go to school?
We better not. No, but you know what I mean. We could try to call Becca again for the third time.
We should. Okay.
I don't even know if it's the right number for Becca.
But somebody
answered, and they never correct us.
Okay. And it's in California, right?
Yeah.
I got the number here. Is it this 5851?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
It is in California, so that's a good thing.
Oh.
Okay. Calling my sister Becca, also known as Rebecca, never known as Becky.
And she's never home.
She's never home when we call. Maybe because it's so early there. Maybe she's still at work or whatever it is she does. I need to ask her what she does.
111
because I don't really know.
Okay, we've got 111 minutes. You better make it quick.
I will.
What?
It's ringing. It's real staticky, isn't it?
I wonder if it'll still be like that.
Maybe we should just hang up. We could.
Hello?
Hello, is Becca there?
Hello?
Hello, is Becca there?
I'm not sure. Hold on just a moment.
Okay.
We've got a bad connection.
We do have the right number. She must live in a big place. She's not sure.
Okay.
Dead air.
Hello?
Becca?
Chris!
Hey, welcome to the program.
Welcome to the program.
You're on the...
Radio?
Yeah, you're on the Paul Gubbins radio show from the basement.
That's great.
What's up?
Hi, everybody in Evansville.
I think though we've got a bad connection.
We do have a bad connection.
Can we call you right back?
No, don't call me. I'm in the middle of giving a massage.
You're in the middle of what?
Getting a massage.
Giving a massage.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, well, good luck with that.
Okay.
Program. Have a nice day.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, maybe that's why she's...
She's a massage therapist in training. I forgot about that.
Yeah. It's kind of an awkward time to call, right in the middle of a massage.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was before the full release.
I don't know. Probably, if she's in the middle of it.
That's true. Well,
Okay.
that was a bad connection.
It was a
we've ever
really,
had.
really bad connection. So Rebecca said hello to everyone in Evansville. Apparently she doesn't realize that we're broadcasting internationally.
On the world
Wide.
web.
I got another number we can call.
Okay.
This one's good because we could get one of three people.
Ooh. Whose number?
It's Lisa, who works at Wired, who's driving to Philadelphia with me.
Okay.
But we might get one of her roommates, which is fine.
Do you know them?
Yeah, I know them. I know
Okay.
them all. Let's call them.
Okay, here. Can I see it?
Yeah.
Please?
Okay.
Okay.
There will not be a light there in a second.
I don't really need the light.
What?
I don't need the light. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I lost the light. How do I get it back?
That's what I'm talking. Hit the button on the side. On the side. On the other side.
This side?
Other side.
Just
Just press it either way.
okay. Wait, hold on. It's local, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is local. Going nowhere.
Okay.
Very quickly.
There we go. Good connection.
Okay. It is a good connection.
You do the talking.
Hello?
Welcome to the program.
Oh my god. That's horrifying.
What's going on?
This is horrifying.
Well, you're on the air.
Great.
Welcome to the Paul Gubbins Show from the basement.
Thanks.
You're live with Chris Dickens and the host. One of hosts.
Great. How are you guys?
We're good. We're speaking with Lisa. I don't know her last name. And I don't really want to know.
Wow, that's so flattering, actually. That's great.
I don't know anybody's last names for like years.
I don't know your last name either.
Yes, you do.
Something with a D. I don't know.
As if you don't frequent my website.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea.
www.christopherdickens.com.
Never heard of it.
That's Christopher with a PH, Dickens with an E at the end.
Great. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Right now I'm watching Manhattan.
Again?
I'm bored. I have nothing to do. I just got back from the Texas Roadhouse with Jesse and Jake and some other random namelesses, which was interesting.
It's
That's about it.
It's not that interesting.
No, not really that interesting, actually, at all.
Yeah.
So,
You know what's strange is that we hear, like you're watching, you say Manhattan, and you just were in the Texas Roadhouse. What are we trying to prove here?
I don't know. Like, it's full of proper nouns. What can I say? It just happens that way, I guess. So what?
So are you all ready to leave town and everything? I mean, are you packed?
Well, if you let me get off the phone, I can start. I'm working on it.
Yeah? No, you're not. You're watching Manhattan.
No, you're right. Actually, nothing's packed.
Yeah.
But, I'm getting there. It's
That's
not like
cool.
you don't keep pushing the date back, so...
That's because you're not packed.
Exactly. For how long I'm going to have to keep living here, so I might as well just keep my stuff hanging around the room.
I hear you. Are you going to buy some of those big plastic tubs to put your stuff in so it doesn't get wet in my truck?
I actually bought some already. I did buy some. I slept in them last night.
You slept in them?
Yeah. I was bored, I wanted a change of scenery.
I hear you.
So, it was comfortable.
That's cool.
It was nice. Someone put the lid on this morning.
Yeah.
And I tried to get out. It didn't work very well, but whatever.
Seems like you could suffocate in a situation like that.
Oh, I definitely could suffocate, and I didn't. I don't know. It was some sort of miracle.
That is a miracle. That's miraculous.
Yeah, it was very cool. I feel like a new person now.
We don't know what the show is tonight, what we're doing. Do you have any suggestions for us?
Any suggestions for your show?
Yes. For the show. It's not my show.
I don't know. I don't. No, I don't. I don't know. I'm sure you could talk about numerous things.
No?
It could be two guys sitting around calling people on their phones. Sounds good. Sounds like a good premise to me. Playing some music, maybe.
It's true. Maybe we could do both of those.
What's the premise of Manhattan?
The premise of Manhattan?
It's a Woody Allen film.
Well, it's Woody Allen, it's Woody Allen's life, which is the premise of every Woody Allen movie. He has a girlfriend that's way too young for him, gets involved with somebody who his friend's seeing, and his life is neurotic and disastrous. And that's
he has
about it.
an ex-wife who is nuts.
Yes, numerous ex-wives that are nuts.
Right.
So...
Well, just one on the show.
No, there's actually two.
No,
but one is only referenced. One is only seen. The other one is referenced.
So. I didn't really pay that close of attention.
Sure. You liked it, Chris.
It was a good movie.
It was a really good movie.
Excuse me.
Which is why I'm watching it again.
Still have this persistent cough.
Really?
Do you think it could be pertussis?
It could be tuberculosis. I don't know.
Oh, that's not good. Tuberculosis isn't contagious, is it?
Only if I cough up blood on you, I think.
Thank God that's never happened before.
Give it time.
I can't wait. That'll be the most exciting part of our trip. I spent another $20, by the way.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, so we're now $20 less than we were before.
That's good. Did you get your money from Schnucks or wherever?
Yeah, I got it.
That's good.
Are you guys pooling your money so you can make it to Philadelphia?
No, I'm paying.
Well, I'm $90 in the hole right now.
I think that constitutes pulling your money with Chris.
That's true.
Oh, great.
I've been working very hard this week to come up with some money for the trip.
Some money to pay for your bank account, which is in debt.
Yes.
Hey, that's my bank account, isn't it?
No, it's a different one. It's a different one. I haven't tapped into that one recently.
Well, there's nothing really to tap into anymore.
Did you pull your money out of it?
I pulled my
That's
money
probably
out of it,
best.
yeah.
That's probably smart.
There's not much left.
Yeah.
Great. So what have you guys been doing on the show
This
so
is it.
far?
We got some coffee earlier.
Well, we started the show and it was a little bit slow, so we kind of built up the next segment. We said that something big was going to happen, and then we went and got some coffee, and we came back, and then we announced the $10,000 giveaway.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Am I qualified for that?
Now, only people that are qualified are people that are listening right now on the show, and there are no. I can see the IP addresses of the listeners, and there are. Let me see, none.
Well, that's good because it definitely won't be one of your most entertaining.
Oh, so
Callers.
far I think you are.
Because I'm the only one.
I think you're the most interesting callee.
Well, the show's recorded, and we get most. I mean, it's a very popular show. When people listen to it later, you know, they download it and podcast it and
upload it.
and they upload it. And they MP
Reload it.
They MP it, and then they Vog Vorbis. Og Vorbis.
Are we talking gibberish there?
And then they put it on their iTunes.
iTunes.
And then they have a real time with it, and they just over and over and over. People all over the world. And
The world over.
But they'll no longer be, what do you call it, when you're eligible for the $10,000 giveaway.
Well, you know what? Thanks a lot. Because Chris and I could have really used that to go back to wherever we're going if we ever get out of here.
Well,
But
it was coming out of Chris's pocket.
I see where all your money goes now. Okay.
yeah,
all
it goes to
right.
giveaways on this show.
For the record, the show is on frequently at Wired Coffee House.
Do you happen to know their IP address?
What?
Never mind.
I know. I know how you can find it really easily. If you go to my website, ChristopherDickens.com, and go to the list page that lists all of the edited pages, there are several pages on there that I edited from Wired Coffee House. So at least one of the IP addresses is logged.
Okay. I think they may only have
That
one
was
right
boring.
now.
That was great. Just some self-promoting, and that was all.
Well, I wasn't trying to I was just saying that, hey, my picture's on your website
I know. I
now.
put your picture on my website because I'm in love with you.
Wow, that's flattering.
That is flattering.
I actually had some guy at Wired tell me to shut the show off because it was getting on his nerves.
It was getting on his nerves?
I'm sorry, I don't know if I should have said that. I found that really funny. I think it was very interesting. He was trying to read, actually. That was the whole thing. But he told me, he was like, can you turn that? Because it's really interfering with my reading.
You know, I've been told that, you know, not only about my radio show, but about other things I've done, other performances. I once was performing at a coffee shop, and most of the people left. And years later, I was chatting with someone in person, and he said, I remember you. You were that guy. You were real loud and annoying, and I had to leave because I was trying to do my homework.
Wow, that's horrible.
Now you've got your own radio show.
It was that guy from Men from Andromeda.
What?
Remember that band, Man from Andromeda? The guy played a big flying V white guitar.
No, I don't. I vaguely remember the band name, but I don't know who it was.
He was a violin player.
What? I can see how a violin player would be annoyed by you.
But then he had a band called Man from Andromeda where he played a big flying V white guitar.
Yeah.
And like their keyboard was like a cheap Casio. Like they had like total low-end stuff playing weird loud music, and it was nice, but I thought
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I guess maybe he had a test or something he was studying for.
That's crazy. Sounds like a ripoff of my band.
What's your
Woman
band?
from Andromeda?
Yeah, actually, we're an all-girl rap group, but you know, the similarities can be made. You just got to think about it for a little while.
Have you made any appearances in this band?
No, you know, it's still all in my head, but we're getting there. I mean me. I'm getting there. I'm working on it.
Well, call us back when you have that worked out.
Do you need a drummer? Chris is a pretty fancy drummer.
No, I won't take Chris unless he changes his name to DJ Lotion. So, I mean,
Done.
sorry. That's just not going to work out.
I'm doing it on the internet now. I'm filling out a form.
DJ Lotion, www.djlotion.com.
Yeah, that'll be my new web address.
My son has a rapper name.
Does he?
His name's Eli, but his rapper name is Babe E.
That's great. I love that. You should get it nameplated for him. You know, he's got to wear one of the nameplates and get all the bling. My sister's son is named Eli as well, and he was on his way to be a great MC.
So, Lisa, why weren't you out at 80s night last night?
I was there.
I just got there later, I guess.
I was in disguise. I was there around 12, and I literally walked in and around, and then it started to resemble some sort of grotesque carnival, so I left. And I went home.
It always does.
Yeah, well, I wasn't prepared to handle it at that point, if you know what I mean, and so I just left.
I do not.
Okay. Well, leave it at that then.
We'll leave it up to our listeners to determine what you mean.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have like an online voting thing.
A poll. You need to take
Yeah, that's the word.
There you go.
I have a button here that I press.
I have a button.
And it automatically edits into the final mix the phrase, "Let the listener understand."
It's creepy.
He's creepy.
Very weird.
He's not lying either.
Okay.
I called the cops yesterday.
You called the cops?
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause someone was speeding down the Lloyd Expressway. Cutting people
Are you
off.
serious? That's how you get your kicks?
That's not how I get my key. He was scaring me. He was going to kill somebody, this guy.
With 50,000 traffic deaths every year, Lisa, speed and traffic violations are not a joke.
Well, I feel safe with Vigilante Chris in town. That's for sure. You're like some sort of superhero, but you don't. You know,
except I leave it up to the cops.
You just make the calls. You're just a tattletale, actually. So that's not good.
I discovered today I have superior genes.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
A superior genetic makeup because I have phobias, certain phobias.
And that makes you superior somehow?
Genetically.
Can you go into that?
Well, I already did on the show, but I guess since no one's listening,
Do you have that clip, Bob? Can you play
roll
that
it.
clip?
Oh, I wish we could do that. It'd be pretty good.
Well, we need to get a guy
named
to
Bob.
sit over there on the stairs.
Well, it's because you see, Lisa, the way natural selection works is that...
You've been listening to too much Darwin on tape. That's your problem.
Well, that's true. I did. I was listening.
You did listen to too much Darwin on tape.
Well, I was listening. I was listening to Origin of the Species a few days ago, and that probably is why I'm thinking this way.
Well, that was the reference I was making. But anyway.
Oh, well, okay. In natural selection, it's like, if you have a gene that helps you to survive, then that gene is passed on, so it's considered a good gene. Well, a phobia, like a fear of spiders, if you're scared of spiders, it's probably going to keep you from being bitten by spiders, and then you will survive to pass on your genetic code, and thus your phobia with it. And so it's a superior... In other words, pansies are in fact superior.
Really?
Genetically.
But I wouldn't call a person
So you're
with a...
cowards, pretty much.
Cowards.
But I wouldn't call a phobia... If you're just a pansy, it's different than having a phobia.
Yeah, that's true.
A phobia is when you're generally a courageous person, but when confronted with a broom or something, you freak out.
Really?
I would think so, because if you're just scared of everything...
You mean oh, yeah.
Then it's not a phobia,
Yeah.
It's not an irrational fear.
Well, are all phobias irrational?
I think that's how you define a phobia. I think what you're talking
I'll go
about...
get my psychology book right now.
I think what you're talking about is common sense. Like a fear of brown recluse spiders.
Yeah. Well, like a fear of heights. I have an irrational fear of heights. Like, I was terrified today. I was on 3 scaffolds. I was up 3 scaffolds high, which really isn't that high. But it was just like the position I was in was very scary, and I was really scared.
I wouldn't call that irrational.
That's not irrational at all. You built those scaffoldings, didn't you, Chris? That's
Yeah.
not irrational. I'm not going to stand on anything Chris builds. Gosh.
To be fair, I did build them wrong.
That's definitely
I couldn't
fair.
get certain of the braces to actually lock into place.
Wow. And Big 5 test said that I live haphazardly. That's funny.
Did it not say that about me? Oh yeah, Lisa's one of the people on my website who took the Big 5 test and passed with flying colors.
Right.
Is she disagreeable?
I don't know.
I think we all were.
I am the
I
most
think-
horrible person that I have ever known in my entire life. I've turned into a monster.
I'd
It's
second
horrible.
You don't have to take a test.
Hey, what's that big red?
Oh, it's the show. I promoted it on your
Oh.
website.
Hey, thanks.
Okay, Lisa, Big 5 says I suck.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I should be going to this.
No, come on. Why?
I mean, I have no protection on this computer. Is it gonna...
Nah, this
Attack.
site's legit.
Okay.
Are you going to read this over the air, how horrible of a person
Okay,
I am? I hope
Lisa.
nobody listens to this.
Typically
I'll
does
never
not...
get a date.
Typically does not seek out new experiences. She tends to do things somewhat haphazardly. She's neither particularly social nor reserved.
I'm indifferent towards people, apparently.
She finds it easy to criticize others. She's very disagreeable.
Well, just replay this.
And she's very neurotic. She's a generally anxious person and tend to worry about things.
And I'm watching a Woody Allen flick, which makes perfect sense.
Okay. And here's mine. I'm relatively open to new experiences. I tend
You're
to
going
do
to make me look bad if you keep going. Please.
I tend to do things somewhat haphazardly.
Okay.
I'm neither particularly social or reserved, which is, I mean, I have a radio show, but I do hate talking to people. And I get very nervous, and I'm not particularly having a good time, and when it's done, I won't look back and think it was nice.
Well, that makes 2 of us.
I find it easy to criticize others,
I think we all had that answer.
Yeah.
Everyone on my site that took this test. so
but my
far.
percentile for neuroticism was 3. I probably remain calm, even in tense situations.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Paul, I'll back that up because Paul is the most calm person in tense situations that I think I've ever known.
I can walk into a tense situation, make everything stop, and just make everybody stand there for a while and think about what they're doing.
Kind of like Fonzie, you know, like when he sort of stops the jukebox, he kind of just stops. Never mind. So, all right.
What?
I'm gonna-
A good example.
Didn't he do that on like Happy Days where he stopped the jukebox or he started?
You're very young,
Oh,
aren't you?
whoops, sorry. You're right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking about things I don't know about. Maybe it was the Twilight Zone that I was thinking of, I'm not sure. Sorry about that, but...
Did you read your last one, Paul? You didn't
Oh.
read them all.
No, I did, and I didn't. That's it.
What's the last one say?
I probably remain calm,
Oh.
even if... Like when you were doing your
Yeah.
breaks the other day, and I came out and you were frantically running around.
I was not
I just
frantically
kinda
running.
stepped in.
I was not frantically running around.
You were frantically running around.
I
at
was
some
not
point in time?
frantically running around. I was reading the book, trying to figure out what I was doing, and Paul sort of nudged me out of the way and began doing it himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, Paul, if you ever start a class on how to remain calm in stressful situations, put me down, because that would be cool.
Well, I am open to new experiences. I'm relatively open to new experiences.
It's just relatively.
Yeah.
I wonder how, when you look at mine, because I
Okay.
don't remember how open to new experiences I was.
Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I forgot to do mine with a target, you know?
Yeah.
Crap. Okay.
Apple.
Chris,
Yeah.
Chris enjoys having novel experiences and seeing things in new ways.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
I
And
think
more
that's-
so than me.
Yeah, you kind of like seeing things in the same old way.
But Chris is neither organized or disorganized. I don't know about that.
I think that's a lie.
I don't agree with that. I wonder how they got that.
I don't agree with that either.
I must have lied on one of the questions. Well, I tend to want to lie on these tests, you know.
Well, that's one thing I didn't understand when I took the test, was there were things that I didn't really know how to judge about myself, so I just put this, like, sort of middle road answer,
That's
you know?
That's one of the major criticisms with this test, actually, in psychology. This is an actual, like, this is a real test that psychologists use. Mm-hmm. But one of the major criticisms is that people tend to go middle of the road because they don't want to say anything too negative or positive.
See, I tended to go positive with mine when I didn't know.
When
I
in
was
doubt.
like, well, I would like to be like that.
Yeah.
And things that I believe about myself, like I believe that I'm the calmest man in the world. So when I was taking the test, I was like saying, of course, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Chris. You're relatively social. You enjoy the company of others.
That is true. But I'm also, you know, I like to be alone for long periods of years.
Which you seem to be
flattering.
accomplishing.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Find it easy to express irritation with others.
I do. I don't know if I don't really agree with that. I don't express it so much.
I think you do. You express it in your...
Not
The
irritation.
fact that you argue a lot.
But I'm never irritated, you'll note.
You sound a little irritated now.
No, well,
You're contentious.
no. I am contentious, but okay. Like, usually people get irritated with me when I'm arguing with them. Because
Irritated or frustrated?
whatever.
Frustrated.
Because I am so calm in an argument, and I really don't care about the argument usually. You know what I mean?
I have the same problem.
Yeah?
People say, you can't argue with you. And I said, well, then I'm right.
Because you tend to keep going, right?
Well,
you tend to keep going because you're not upset at all.
Yeah, I don't respond emotionally in an argument.
That's the way I am in an argument. Usually, I mean, unless it's something that I really care about, you know, like, but there's very few things that I care about.
In an argument, I can go away and fester on it.
Yeah.
And develop like a plan, and then come back and attack and destroy my opponent.
Well,
Which I've done.
John Barry has gotten very irritated with me the last couple of little debates we got in. And in retrospect, the arguments were really about nothing that either of us really cared about, I think. Nothing I cared about, anyway. But he got very irritated, you know.
What kind of arguments? What were they over?
The climbing argument,
There was one about climbing.
which was horrible. Chris, that was just horrible. I couldn't help but to just sit back and laugh at the whole freaking
but
situation.
what was horrible about it? Because, you know, I was trying to make a point that climbing. Okay, they were saying that people climb because it's good exercise, and I was saying it's really not that good of exercise because it's very slow going exercise. It's not repetitious.
It's
really.
not aerobic.
Yeah, there's nothing like really repetitious about it. You're just kind of like, and you're using, you know, like all your limbs at once most of the time, you know. So I don't know. I didn't think it sounded like a very efficient form of exercise. And I was just trying to make that point, and no one would agree with me.
But the way that you argued that point was just utterly ludicrous, though. It was ridiculous.
Well, how was it ludicrous? You can't just say it was ludicrous. Like you have
true.
to you have to give us an example.
Well,
of how-
because there was a bunch of people sitting there. I mean, at least the two girls who were sitting there
Yeah.
were climbers for the most part, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean,
But they weren't making any points. I was
were
making
making
several
points.
points, and they never made any points
the
that
difference,
refuted
I think where you
mine.
got confused was between cardiovascular exercise and strength training, which I think climbing
No,
is
because
more
they
of a
were-
strength training exercise than anything.
My point that was that it wasn't.
But it is.
I don't think it is.
It is. Anyway, I'm not getting into You called me on the phone to argue about an argument we had, like...
Well, I got to go with
wanna
Chris on
rehash.
this one.
Paul agrees with me on this one.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with him, but I believe that nobody's listening to his argument and taking it seriously and weighing it and saying that perhaps Chris might have a point. I think that
Nobody was.
I think that Lisa here is probably indicative of how they were, where she just says, it is, and moves on.
That's exactly what it was.
They wouldn't even listen to your
That is true.
point of view.
Well, it's 2 against 1 here, so I'm not going to put up a fight, okay? I'm in the middle of Manhattan, and you're calling me trapped. Look,
You're in New York.
No.
You got to get back here so I can drive you to Philly.
Well, you tell me exactly when we're going to leave, and I'll make sure I'm back here.
Okay, here's when we're going to leave. Do you have any plans over the next 2 days?
No.
You have nothing
I've been
you have to
waiting
do?
on you. I want to go home.
Okay, well...
The old disagreeableness there.
yeah.
What are you saying?
Okay, well, we're leaving Tuesday. Is that okay?
Like I said, you're driving, so I just can't argue. Okay.
So it's not okay?
No, it's fine.
How about Wednesday? No, Tuesday for sure, and we'll leave around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to drive to Cincinnati to see the Cefalos. And what's it take, like 3 hours to get there?
4?
4?
I don't know. I always was driving like a...
Grandpa?
No, I was always driving that big van everywhere, you know.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
It always took me like 6 hours to get to
Well, let's just put
Boonville.
it this way. The sooner we leave, the more money we'll have on the way. So in case your truck breaks down, we'll have $60 instead of $40 to, suffice.
To do what? To buy a water
Fuel
hose?
filters?
Well, I don't know. My mom always taught me to be prepared. I don't know what that preparation exactly was.
Do you have a
Exactly, I mean, but
Do you have a valid credit card?
no.
Do you think your mom could wire us some more money?
No.
Oh.
Do you have a valid credit card, Chris?
No. I don't. I have several invalid credit cards. But no, I have not had a credit card for many years.
They've had you.
I don't think anyone would give me one. But if they want to, give us a call.
So if you guys have a problem on the way, you really will be stuck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You will be calling somebody to have money wired to you.
Not my mother, who is extremely fed up with the
Hey,
situation
that's a
already.
great idea. Call your mom, tell her we're stuck in Ohio,
In Cincinnati.
in Cincinnati, Ohio.
On Tuesday. Tuesday we will be stuck in Cincinnati.
Well, she might buy it. You know,
Yeah.
you never know. I mean,
Buy what?
Really, you never know.
Buy us a new car?
No, not a new car, but she might buy the story.
I
So,
think it's a good one.
well, we'll just have to invent something very, very, plausible.
Tell her you're pregnant. You're with child, and you're stranded in Ohio. I've stranded you there.
I'm not going to get into that.
Because that's what's going to happen.
I don't know if that's a threat or what, but I don't want to say that. Honestly.
I didn't mean to insinuate that I would be the father.
That's even more of a threat. I don't know. how
Not
you
with
would
my
set me up in that
superior
situation.
phobic genes.
Right, you're right. You're right.
You have a frightened child. But he would not go near spiders or cliffs.
Well, as soon as he saw that that I was its mother, he'd be frightened.
He'd call the police on speeders.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Exactly.
Well, so, okay, Tuesday, that's fine.
Tuesday.
Yeah, hopefully I'll have enough money by then.
Okay.
You know, I used to have a website called reportspeeders.com.
That's true.
And it was a database, and you could go there and report speeders.
I loved that website.
I'm sure you were on it, frequently.
He was on it from his phone, you know.
All those hits on that website, those were Chris,
Well, I don't know. I wish you would bring that site back. That was good.
I wasn't worth the $8 to renew the domain name.
Just take it out of our business account.
I guess I could.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's got taken, though.
I don't know.
That's a good domain name.
It is a good
My
one.
dad...
It's really good.
I was telling my dad about it, and he said, that's a great idea, because people want to report that kind of stuff somewhere. And then we were going to have one called Report Heartbreakers.
I think that's a great idea.
And then you could just report your,
You just reportanything.com.
yeah, report
Sounds like the
anything.
most whiny site ever.
Well,
I would definitely, write something on it, of course.
yeah. You whine all the time.
In Ohio,
You
where
would
you're trying to
report-
reach your mother.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for calling in.
Thanks for interrupting my movie.
Well,
I
that
gotta
you've already
rewind it.
seen the other day, mind you.
Yeah, well, I couldn't really watch it. Becca was talking through the whole thing, so
She was talking through the whole thing.
I really didn't get it. Now I'm just going to rewind it now.
Has Rebecca found an apartment?
You know what? She got the apartment.
She got the one in
She
Tammy
got
and
the-
Kevin's?
Yep.
I even told that guy not to give it to her.
Are you serious?
Well, I kind of went back to him. I was like, I was talking to him. His name's Bob, and he's very friendly, and I started to feel bad because I knew he was looking for someone who would stay there for a long time.
Well, apparently he didn't heed your good advice, and they're taking the apartment.
Well, that's good.
Okay, I have an alert. I have to mention here. We have a listener.
Hey!
That's horrible. Can we hang up now?
This is if you're just tuning in, which I see that you are. This is the Paul Gubbins from the Basement Show with co-host Chris Dickens.
Hello.
And we have Lisa Kudrow on the phone.
Great.
And
Yeah.
crap.
Hey, what?
That's what happens. I introduce the show and it goes nowhere.
This was a really good call too, and this listener ruined it by tuning in. now we were all nervous.
My wires are all crossed.
I was having a really good conversation.
Yeah.
For the record,
Yeah.
my name is Morrison, last name Morrison.
Oh yeah, I knew that because I signed your mother's check over to myself.
Oh, you did?
Don't you remember?
So I just gave that information out over the quote-unquote air, and that one listener might use it in some
Quote
way. I
air
don't know.
unquote.
How would somebody use the name Morrison in a...
That's true.
Just write it on his arm, his or her arm.
Who's listening? What kind of computer do they have?
Let's see. Let me scroll over here.
Can you get a lot of information on this listener?
Now they're listening with the embedded real player.
What's their social security number, Paul?
What's your bank account number?
Holy
more
crap! We got
importantly?
one more.
Ooh.
And then they're listening with the embedded real. If they're listening with the embedded real player, they don't. I don't get as much information. But should we have a hackers alert? Okay, hackers alert.
Don't chase them off.
Okay,
We finally got 2 listeners.
yeah, I got
We
an
don't wanna
email
lose
from
them.
this guy in Canada one time, and all it said was, "Did you just read my IP address off on your radio?"
Oh my gosh.
I think he was mad. Hope this isn't him, because then he'll hang up again. Don't hang up.
He's not on the phone.
I know. Stop the tape.
Maybe one of these listeners should call us.
Okay, if you're listening now and you want
Which
to be a
you
part
are.
of the Paul Gubbins from the radio show, the
Read
phone
the
number
number.
here is 812-423-9364. But it is busy right now because we're on the phone with Lisa Morrison. IP address 38-142-6805. I just started a website called IP Address Database. I thought about that and just putting everybody, like inviting people to put whatever they know about certain IP addresses.
Huh, that would be interesting because you always want to know who people are, you know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what an IP address is.
Okay, well, we'll tell you. When you log on, when you connect to the internet, you connect with an IP address, an internet address, internet place address, and it's every computer, every internet connection has one. So if you've got like a cable modem, you might have like one that's always the same. But if you have a dial-up, it'll change every time you call. It's like your phone number that you're calling from. It's like having caller ID, you know?
That makes sense.
And I watch who connects to the radio.
Did someone just yawn over this phone conversation?
That was me.
Thanks a lot. Jesus.
Well, you weren't even talking, so you can't get offended.
Still.
So,
I've got an interesting thing to talk about. If you
do? Go ahead.
What was you going to say?
I was just gonna tell all of our listeners that I taught Lisa how to make a link, an HTML link.
Yeah, he
yesterday.
did. He really
she did really well. She got it on the first try.
Well, it took me like 30 minutes, but
Well,
after those
do you remember how to do it?
step-by-step instructions, sort of. What do you want me to
Yeah. Tell us what you know.
Why?
It's a
Look,
quiz.
you're putting me on the spot, really.
Now we're putting you on the radio.
It has something to do with one of those little arrow thingies.
Hey, she got it.
Look, I know I'm going to become the butt of all jokes now, but I'm going to stay on the phone because...
You can't say butt on this
because
show.
I want to be entertaining. Okay, and then it's A space HREF.
Wow. Yeah.
And then it's like, isn't it an equal sign?
Yes.
And then it's the quotation marks and then the URL address, whatever.
Yes.
And then another quotation marks.
That is correct.
And then another one of those little arrow things.
Yes.
But the opposite arrow.
The less than.
Right, but the opposite arrow. and then you type in, don't you type in whatever words you want it to link to or whatnot? And then there's something with like a little arrow thing and an A backslash or forward slash and another arrow.
The backslash comes before the A.
Yeah, you got it right except for that.
Or the forward slash.
I'm really
Look, I've
shocked
only done it twice,
and
but the fact that I
amazed.
remembered it is amazing.
I think so too.
Thank you. Yes.
I didn't remember that. I mean, I was doing HTML for years and I couldn't remember
Yeah,
that.
you couldn't, because I would have to...
Well, it looks like I'm more qualified than you.
What?
I said it looks like I'm more qualified than you.
It looks like
I would definitely say, after working in a business with Chris for 3 years,
pretty much anyone is more qualified.
Chris is good. He's good at talking to the people, though. When we would do business type things, Chris would go and talk to them because I can't.
Because no one else would.
Well, and I can't talk to people.
Paul and I have a business with... How much do you think is in the account or in our business account right now?
$75.
What was your business?
Digital Reformations.
.com.
Check us out at digitalreformations.com or
Also,
at avlibrary.com.
Either one. We'll get you there.
We have a fancy website. We do website. We won't do your website.
we do not want any business.
We never have been really successful at
Anything.
We've made some great websites, though.
We did make some great websites. That's, and those were good times.
Hey, is Schaefer Smith going to cancel their...
Well, I don't know. I'm going to call her tomorrow. And they're going to whine about... they're going to whine to me about how they don't get any hits or visits and how they don't sell anything, as if it's my fault.
See, people say to us, they say, well, we want to put our business on the website, on the internet. And we'll say, okay, and we make them a website. And then they complain because they don't sell anything. But we're like a brick mason, we just make the store. We don't make their product worth buying.
Exactly. So, I'm if she forces me to, I will point out that we made her probably a $2,000 website for $900, and they've never paid a single month of hosting for over a year. I mean, come on. We give and we give and we give.
And if you're listening, and if you're somehow associated with SchaeferSmith.com.
Please don't take Chris's car away.
Oh, no, that's the other one. Now, those people have a legitimate beef with us, I think. I mean, we lost their domain name. I lost their domain name.
They let their credit card run out.
They did let their credit card run out.
How do you let a credit card run out?
They don't even have legs, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, here's what I was going to talk about.
Yes.
Last night, I was listening to Coast AM with Art Bell. Familiar with the show, Lisa?
What show is it?
Coast AM with Art Bell or George Norrie. It's on from like 10 until 5 in the morning, and it's all about creepy things.
Creepy things? No, I'm not familiar with it,
like
but I am
stalking.
Now. I'm familiar with that already, firsthand. But
okay, and
Lisa is the most stalked person I've ever met. By the way, continue.
Well, last night they had these people on, and they were talking about. I think it was an old show, it's a rerun, but they were talking. What they did, they went into haunted houses and they tape recorded stuff.
Oh yeah, I've seen these people.
And so, and there would be times when they'd be interviewing somebody in the house, and the lady would be saying like, showing them pictures, and so you would hear like, here's the man that used to live here, and here's a picture of his wife. And then you'd hear this voice on the tape go, she's feisty.
Get out.
No, I'm serious. And it's giving me the goosebumps
I know.
right now just to think about it. I had to turn it off because I was trying to go to sleep. And I live in an old house, you know.
She's feisty.
And they were playing all these examples of these voices that show up on the tape later. And I was thinking,
There's a movie about that right now called White Noise.
Yeah, but they say the movie's not really like the same as the.
It's about that.
Yeah, but it's like a fictional movie, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know either.
Okay, continue.
But what I wondered was were they always recording onto tape? Was it some sort of electromagnetic response they were getting with the tape? What if they were recording onto a hard disk? Would they still get the voices? You know, is it?
No.
My thinking cap on for this one.
See, I don't record on tape anymore, and I don't think I can now for that very reason.
Because it's creepy.
But I'll be listening to one of my recordings, and I'll hear like,
Some sort of voice.
yeah, she's feisty. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
She's feisty.
That is scary.
Yeah, I had to turn it off, and I got up out of bed, and
There's a website. I found this website about all of that one time. It has a bunch of those recordings
it was
on
probably their website.
I bet it was.
Because these are the only people who do it.
Yeah, I think it was those people, but I don't know what the URL is. Earl. Earl. I don't know what the Earl is.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
it's really interesting. I'm gonna have to give that show a listen.
Yeah. Whoa, the Art Bell.
Yeah,
Coast to Coast.
yeah.
With George Norrie now.
Wasn't there a cartoon on Cartoon Planet called Coast to Coast?
Space Ghost. Coast
Space
to
Coast.
Wasn't that like
Ghosts.
Casey Kasem's like little jingle, and they're like Casey Kasem, coast to coast. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
All right, never mind.
Maybe.
I am apparently the only one who listened to Casey Kasem in the entire world.
Well,
Can you talk like Casey Kasem, Chris?
what's he talk like?
Well, you probably can't if you don't even know what he talks like.
I might be. I probably have the latent ability, but
He had that radio
You really
voice.
need to tap into that.
I
okay?
know. It's one of the things on my list. I have 2 things on my list, and that's one of them.
Well, what's the other one?
The other one is to climb out of my financial hole and build my biceps while I'm doing it.
You've been working on that for.
A long time.
I remember when you.
Here we go.
He had all these credit card people that were hounding him. You know.
Do we have to do this on the air?
Yes, and so they're hounding him, calling him, and so what he did was he.
On Paul's advice.
I didn't. This wasn't my advice.
Which?
Maybe it was my advice. When I said that you didn't have to pay off your credit cards,
Yeah.
you took that advice.
I did take that advice.
I, who had never had a credit card before,
You failed to mention that.
or ever owed anybody any money. I mean, of course, I would think that you don't have to pay off your credit cards, like you know.
Well-
And so I said, well, yeah, then he took. But what he did specifically was he set up an internet service that handled his credit card bills, and then they sent the bills to a certain email address that he set it up with.
Yeah.
And then he just never checked the email address again. And he thought he had solved the problem.
That sounds like a good idea, actually. I mean,
I really haven't heard from him since then, I don't think.
Do you still owe a lot of money on credit cards?
Well, I'd rather not talk about it.
Do you know how much money you owe on credit cards?
It's probably wildly out of control by now. I haven't seen. I don't know where those bills go anymore. You know, I don't know who gets them or what they. You know.
Did I tell you I got a phone call the other day and somebody said, "Hello, is Christopher Dickens home?"
That's really weird.
And I said, "No, he doesn't live here anymore." And she said, "Well, do you know where I could reach him?" And I said, "Well,
Was this you, Lisa?
I said, well, I see him from time to time. I could give him a message. And she gave me an 800 number and a name. And I didn't ever give it to you.
As long as it wasn't a 19.
I called that number. It didn't work.
As long as it wasn't a 900 number.
No, it was an 800 number.
Well,
It was probably, I bet it was Hollywood Video.
it probably was.
Because they're out to get you.
Well, their
Forget
video...
about Visa and Discover, Hollywood Video, they see it through till the end.
If Hollywood Video is listening,
Which they may be.
I just want to say that I have your DVD, but it's in Philadelphia. I had some extenuating circumstances. I had to come to Indiana suddenly and did not pack very well. And I will mail your video to you when I get back. If I get back. Which is all depending on Lisa's financial situation.
Why do you put so much pressure on me?
I'm kidding.
I'm gonna have a stroke.
Why do you think we're still here? Because I'm trying to earn enough money to get us
Right.
back without relying on you. It's true. It is
That still
true.
doesn't take any pressure off me. That's funny.
Well, that's your own problem.
You know, Chris lived here in my house, rented an apartment from me for nearly 3 years, paid his rent every month, on time, sometimes paid early.
Really?
That's true.
That's impressive, Chris. I have renewed faith in you.
I think it was late a couple times.
It might have been late a couple times, but it was also early a couple times.
So it all evened out.
And he raised his own rent from time to time without any... I mean, I guess I probably maybe dropped hints or something, you know, and said like...
Oh, I did raise my own rent.
Yeah, I would say like, boy, the heating bill was $6,000.
And then I raised it to $6,000. Which was hard to come up with. But, you know, when you're not paying your other bills, it's not so hard.
Oh, that's great.
So
Well, guys, I'm sorry to cut this short, but my roommate just walked in, and she's going to want to talk to me about pointless things.
what if she talked to us about pointless things?
You want to talk to Beck?
Yeah.
I think she just disappeared into the restroom, actually. If you want to wait a minute.
Well, yeah. We've got a minute. Do we want to do this, Paul?
Talk to Beck.
Beck.
Beck,
We were trying to get a hold of her earlier.
also known as Reba.
Well, that's your... Is this your sister?
No, it's a different Becca.
Oh. Is she also known as Reba?
She is also known as Reba.
Is she ever
By
known
her
as
most
Becky?
intimate, you know, acquaintances, friends.
I've never been intimate with Becca,
That could be a good thing.
so I've never called her Reba.
Well, mainly it's just Jesse and Jake. And mainly it's just when they want something.
So
No.
they've been intimate with her?
Well, I was using the term intimate.
Don't answer that.
All right, let's just drop it. She still has not reappeared yet, so
That's-
just giving you a
okay.
play-by-play on...
What do you think she's doing?
I could speculate, but...
Number
but
2?
We
Apparently...
should have a show about... Here's what we should have a show about. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I just had an epiphany.
Okay.
An epiphany.
Oh, God. Yeah.
You know, when you... Okay, I go to Wendy's.
That's a show. That's it. That's the show.
And from time to time, I'll go through the drive-thru. And I find myself saying, I'll have a number 1 and a number 2.
I don't understand how that's a show.
Hold on, wait.
It's
Becca,
ridiculous.
Here's Becca. Hold on.
Okay.
You're going to be on a radio program. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the program.
You're programming?
No.
C++.
we are on a program.
Oh,
How's it going?
it's going.
You're on the Paul Gubbins radio show from the basement.
With special guest host Christopher Dickens.
Hello.
Hello, Chris.
Hello. And Paul Gubbins, who is the special host.
So I'm on a thing, radio.
You're on the radio.
You're on the World Wide Web.
Awesome. Okay.
You are being broadcast from...
And
Hey, congratulations on getting the apartment.
oh, thanks.
I told him not to give it to you, but I guess you didn't listen.
Are you serious?
Well, I didn't say that.
What did you tell him?
I dropped some hints about how irresponsible you are.
Whatever.
Maybe they took your advice, though, Chris. You telling somebody that somebody
That's
else is
true.
irresponsible is
Well, that's true.
They should have seen that as a real danger sign, though.
What channel are we on? What station?
It's on rockmessiah.com. It is better than the radio because we are streaming on the World Wide Web.
Oh.
The information superhighway.
Which makes us better than
Other
everyone
people.
else. So, what's new?
Nothing.
Okay. You want to share any personal problems on the radio today?
I don't have any.
Seriously?
No.
What?
Would you like to share the secret of your success?
Yeah, I work at Subway.
Ooh.
That's why I'm so successful.
So what?
That is why. If
Okay.
you want to know my tricks.
Do you work at the South Side Subway?
I'm working for Diamond Avenue Subway.
Are you a sandwich
That's
artist?
why I'm so rich.
Is that comic book store still across the street?
Yeah, it's still there.
Do you ever go in there?
No.
Do they ever come over to eat?
Yeah, they do actually.
Can you tell which ones are from the comic book store?
Yeah.
Because of their Yoda shirts?
So, do you consider yourself a sandwich artist?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm really good with pickles.
What do you think about Jared?
Jared? What do I think about him?
Yeah.
Who's Jared?
He's a nice guy.
Jared's that guy that lost all the weight on the Subway diet.
Oh,
Jared.
I love Jared.
excuse me. Coughing. So, do you have a question for us?
No.
You've got a panel of experts at your disposal.
Really?
Yes. So if you've got a question, this would be a good time. Do you want to?
I can't really think of any.
I think now we should do the segment where the caller sings a song. Do you have your keyboard?
Okay.
I do. I'm not. Hold on.
Wait, no.
Where are you going?
To my friend.
What?
To my Jewish roommate.
Okay, well, whoever, you know.
What?
What? You're not gonna sing?
I'm gonna transfer.
Well, hold on. We might not even get this thing working.
Okay.
Just hold on for a second. I don't think it's gonna work. Paul's rattling the Casio.
Man.
No, man. You need to get a different keyboard.
I know. This one's great, though. It's got a drum pad.
It is great. Do we still have a callie on the line?
I think so.
Is this still Rebecca?
Hey! There we go.
All right. Woo! Okay. Now, Rebecca, this is the part where you sing a song. I'll sing backups. Go.
What?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm getting tired. Where'd you
This show just got really weird. Oh, all right.
I'm eating a fry.
That's pretty good.
I'm eating a fry.
That was one of our best songs ever.
I don't have any ketchup.
Oh man, you got that down now. I think that's it right there. All right, moving on.
Okay.
Did we lose any listeners?
Yes.
How many do we have?
We have two. One of those is
Your wife?
my wife.
Okay.
Her name's Kristen.
Our collie is just meowing into the phone now.
Okay, I think we're done with the phone calls. Thanks for being a good sport. You'll probably see Chris sometime in the future.
Alright. I can crash on a couch.
In the future.
In the future.
Are you gonna crash on a couch again?
Well, I'm house
Are you
sitting.
gonna pass out in front of our door?
No, I do not. Oh, I got a text message. I'm gonna read it. Rebecca, thanks.
Bye, Chris.
Thanks for calling.
I'll see you on the couch.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Going to
That
see.
just carried on too long.
Yeah, it really did. But I'm getting a text message.
Okay, as we speak.
Well, I just got one.
Okay.
I have to connect to the internet via my.
It seems like can't you
Telephone.
plug into my network?
I wish I could. I've always wished that. I was plugged into your network for a couple of years.
That's true.
Not with my phone though. It's not really connecting. I think because of all the concrete and brick. Oh, there we go. It's me listening. Oh, okay. Christine's listening.
Oh.
Hello.
Should we call her?
Yeah, we should call her.
Okay.
We're calling you.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have my phone? Just kidding. I've got it.
Wait, I have all these.
You got the
phone
number
numbers.
right there, don't you?
Which one is it?
Let me look at them.
Which one does it start with? 718?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me look. Okay. It's, yes, 718. 389. That's all I'm reading. I'm sure several people live in that area.
9 minutes.
We only have 9 minutes?
109.
Oh,
Yeah, just
I see. It's ringing. I bet she doesn't pick up.
well, I mean, she's listening to the show.
Yeah.
We should have waited a little bit, and so she would know from the delay that we're trying to call her,
That's true.
because she doesn't know yet.
That's true.
Maybe we just let
But
her.
she did just send me a text message saying,
Yeah, but maybe she
No.
doesn't know that we're on as much of a delay as what we are.
that's true. Well, by the time, I mean, it should be catching up any time now.
Yeah, it should be.
Maybe she'll pick up.
Does she live alone? I mean, how can she just
Uh,
let the phone ring like that?
She has a roommate.
Hello, we are unable to answer
Oh.
right now.
Okay.
To
Okay.
send a fax, please start
Do
transmitting.
you have a fax
To leave a
machine?
voice message,
No.
please try again later.
That's a creepy.
Thank you.
It said to
Answering
leave a
machine.
voice message. Please try again later.
A lot of sense that makes.
Okay, well,
Well, what? What do we do?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what we do. It's kind of getting late. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about using my radio show as a forum for you to date these girls. Hey, was she
Thanks.
listening? I think she might have been listening when I referred to her as your girlfriend.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I quickly corrected myself.
We've had a. You-
Clarified what I meant by girlfriend. I mean, I think of myself as a girlfriend to Chris.
I think of you the same way. Thanks. Yeah, we've pointed out a lot of true and untrue personal facts about myself this evening. So what are we doing? We shutting this thing down?
I don't know.
Well, it's your call.
I got all these things set
What
up.
time is it?
10:38.
Good Lord.
I know.
It's past my bedtime.
Hey,
What?
one thing I want to mention before we close this down is that on my, I don't know why I like mentioning these things, but on my server computer, which is a Toshiba laptop, an old one, the 300 megahertz processor, which is 1/10 of what a modern computer uses. Modern as in the last 20 minutes.
I'm so bored.
I have it, the screen resolution set to 400 by 600 in 16 colors.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is going somewhere?
it got there. It's exciting. Looks like Windows 3.1.
That's great, Paul. That's fascinating.
Okay, here's another fascinating info fact. I purchased a copy of Windows NT.
What is that?
It's the Windows 95, Windows 98 era server software. It's a Windows server.
Yeah.
Like it's like a Windows 2000 server, but it's before that.
I can't believe
I
we're
don't
talking about this on the air.
It's like a Windows 95 generation server software so you can remotely access the computer, you know?
Yeah.
Like with Windows XP, but you can have like up to 5 people remotely accessing it. It's like what corporations use.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I haven't set it up anywhere yet, but I think maybe a little project I might do after I finish painting the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're officially done.
Okay.
I mean, we're just running out here.
It's true.
We've got nothing else.
Nothing.
I have nothing else to
Okay.
add or subtract.
Well, then what we'll do is we will, in fact, end the show. End it on something interesting. Interesting as in me sitting here
Clicking a mouse.
clicking on things. Okay.
I would carry it. I'm just too tired.
Um,
I just can't anymore.
Okay,
I cannot
that's-
carry your show for you any longer. That's great.
okay. That was tonight's show. I believe the greatest show in the history of the universe.
When-
Okay, in fact.
What?
Okay, just so everybody knows, if
What
you've
happened
listened this long, so you know that we got the new Nielsen ratings out. Paul Gubbins from the Basement Show is the #1 show in the universe of any kind that's ever existed.
I believe that. I really do. I really believe it.
Well, there's a new section on the Nielsen ratings this time that
What are
called-
the Nielsen ratings?
it's for TV, but they have a new section called Reality. What's real, not what people are watching or listening to, and we won.
Wow. That's
And another
very impressive.
Another impressive statistic is my website, rocktheside.com.
Christine's listening. We should read her personality profile over the internet. On the air. The show's not over. We
Show's
lied.
not over.
We thought of something else to do.
Okay.
We never did a random Wikipedia.
I
either.
know, but I
It's
gotta
getting-
link like 12 things here just to
I hear you.
get to this and link. Hi, how you doing?
Don't you have a keyboard?
Well, I mean, what would that help me? I mean, the mouse is the thing of the future.
Is it? Okay.
Christine is a nightmare.
Christine is a nightmare. Her Big 5 personality test.
She typically does not seek out new experiences. So I'm impressed she's listening to the show.
Well, to be fair, I've been hounding her about it for years.
Okay, for years.
Even before you thought of it.
Well, she's well organized and reliable. She has listened to a larger segment of the show than I believe anybody besides Jim Yates.
She's quitting her job, though. How reliable is that?
Well, it depends on, is she quitting it because has other income?
No.
What about that whole thing where she's throwing a purse? And
What?
the animated GIF and the words
Oh,
are
the
changing.
6'4"?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's
Taken off like a bullet?
I don't know. I don't know.
We probably shouldn't talk about
got some
that. Aren't we supposed to be
orders.
doing a website for?
Moving on.
Okay. She tends to shy away from social situations. Because that's why she's an internet chatterbox.
Okay, read the next one.
Okay. You're not going to comment on that?
I don't have anything to say.
She finds it easy to criticize others.
That's true. She criticizes me daily.
And she's generally an anxious person.
Yes.
She tends to worry about things.
Yes, she does. She's a worried mind. But she's a nice girl, I guess. She's pretty nice for a girl. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. We've ended with Christine's personality test results. Goodbye.
Okay. What's going to happen now is what happens at the end of every show. We're going to bring up the music. You won't hear us talking anymore, and then the music will abruptly change to something else in a very unprofessional and amateurish way. Why would I say unprofessional and amateurish?
It's redundant.
It's redundant.
It is redundant.
Okay. It is happening now.
Unable to